राज्ञो मूर्धाभिषिक्तस्य तीर्थसंसेवयाचाहो राज्ञः of the king. Murdha Abhishektasya, who is noted as the emperor. Vadaha, the killing. Brahmavadat, then killing of Brahmana. Guru, most severe. Kirta Samsevayam, worshiping the holy places. Also, Samhara, the sinful act. Yadi, wash out. Anga, O my dear son, Achyuta Chaitanaha, being fully Krishna conscious. Translation Prabhupada is divine. This is the Bhagavatam Swami Sri Prabhupada. My dear son, killing a king who is an emperor is more severely sinful than killing a Brahmana. But now, if you become Krishna conscious and worship the holy places, you can atone for this great sin. What for? One who fully surrenders to the Supreme Personality of Godhead is free from all sins. Am tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami. From the very day or moment he fully surrenders to Sri Krishna, even the most sinful person is free. Nonetheless, as an example, Jamadagni advised his son Parashurama to worship the holy places. Because an ordinary person cannot immediately surrender to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is advised to go from one holy place to another, to find saintly persons, and thus gradually be released from sinful reactions. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purports of the 9th canto, 15th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled Parashuram, the Lord Warrior Incarnation. Please repeat. My dear son, killing a king who is an emperor is more severely sinful than killing a Brahman. But now, if you become Krishna conscious and worship the holy places, you can atone for this great sin. I receive the blessings of all devotees and especially express Muktambi Prabhu, Manvan Prabhu, for able to say something on this important words. This is a concluding part of the 15th chapter entitled Parashurama, the Lord's Warrior Incarnation. In the yesterday's and today's verse, we are seeing that Jamadagni, father of Parashurama, made a very important point. He said, you have taken a disproportionate action against Kartavirya king. Actually, this entire episode of Kartavirya with thousands of hands, maybe coming to the ashram of Jamadagni and demanding the cow, Kamadena cow. And when Jamadagni was unwilling to give it because he requires ghee for offering to the fire sacrifice and also milk and all those things. So So he was refusing to give the cow. So the king forcibly gave the cow away. That was the first mistake that happened. Then for that, Parashuram became very angry. So he told his father that I will get the cow back. If he wanted to go and get the cow back, but in the course of getting the cow back, he waged a valiant war against Kartikeya and cut off all his 1,000 hands. And he didn't just spare him, he even cut off his head also. He killed him. So now the father felt that this was too much, it wasn't necessary. You have to just get the cow back and maybe give him a word of warning. That would suffice. And what is the need of killing a person for this? Now the story doesn't end here. You will see after this, his sons will take offense. Who? Kartikeya's sons. They would come to the place of Jamadagni in the absence of Parashurama. And when Jamadagni was offering a fire sacrifice, they came and cut off the head of Jamadagni. You will find that. And after that, Jamadagni's wife, she was beating on her chest. While Satkama was looking there, Yajna, she was beating on her chest 21 times. Rama, 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 like that 21 times he did. So at that time when Parashuram came back, he saw that father's head was cut. The Kartikeya's sons have taken revenge. So he took a vow that I will kill 21 generations of Kshatriya kings, like Radheshyam type of atrocious kings. I will kill 21 generations because my mother died 21 times. And then Parashuram becomes really wild. And then he killed 21 generations of all kinds of, ruthless kings. Kings who were all not properly situated. Kings who were all non-Krishna conscious, atheistic, and who were actually creating trouble for saintly persons and innocent people. So one observation we see in this world is, one person begins to perpetrate a wrong action. The other person takes a disproportionate reaction to that. The result of that, again the first person takes one more action, or his people may take one more action. And then it goes back and forth, it just goes like that. Generations can go. I know in one village, it seems that one man was a very strong man. He very boldly spoke something against another family, very strong. That family people, they took offense. You have offended our family people by speaking some bad words. They took offense. So one of those members of the family became angry with this man. And they knew that he's very strong. So they poisoned him with something. They added poison in something. So that fellow took that poisonous food or something and he died. Those family members became so angry. What they did, they put poison in the well only where these people are living. So in that family, 3-4 people died. And then these people took offense and they wanted to counteract back that other family. So even generations later, now 4 or 5 generations have passed now, still the enmity continues between the two families in the same village. So one lesson, take home lesson for us from this episode is don't overreact to any situation. That is one of the first things we have to learn. Of course, Parashurama is an incarnation of the Lord and he is coming to destroy the sinful Kshatriyas or exploitative Kshatriyas. He has come for a particular purpose. He is fulfilling that purpose. But at the same time, his father is warning him that you have taken a disproportionate action. It's like bringing a machine gun for a mosquito. It wasn't necessary. You could have just brought the cow back and spared his life. Or maybe you cut his hands, it's all right. At least 2 hands you give him to just eat prasadam and wash his back. At least 2 hands you can give. Rest of the hands you can cut. but cutting off the hands and killing him also. It's a disproportionate action. So all to think for a moment, in our lives also, did you ever feel sometimes that you spoke too harshly to somebody in a disproportionate way, especially when you are very upset with their action? They either forgot something you told them, or they misplaced something, or they lost something, or they did not value your instruction, or they neglected you, or they told some false information about you to others. So how would you react back to all these situations? So we may sometimes react violently, so violently that our relationship with the person is shattered immediately. So this type of reactive response we call it. This kind of reactive response is no good. Overreactive response. So one example comes to my mind. When Sugriva promised that Rama that after the rainy season, as you have requested, I will come to help you out in finding Sita. Now the 4 months of rainy season are over, and now the autumn had started. Sharad Ritu had started, and now the sun was shining in the sky, and the earth had become crisp. Now there is no more watery situation. Everything is perfectly fine. All people have started moving. Saintly people stay in one place during Chaturmas. Afterwards, they start moving outdoor. So Lord Rama was surprised. 20 days have passed after the autumn started. And this fellow Sugriva is keeping mum. He is not coming out. He called Lakshman and said, Lakshman, see the situation. What happened to the monkey? Probably after he became the king. He has become intoxicated in his post. He has forgotten his duty. What do you think we should do? Lakshman said, I will at once go and kill him. I will finish him and come back. He said. So that Ram said, if you finish him, then how will the work be done? Then Lakshman thought, that is also a good point. We have to find out Sita. Then what to do, we asked. Ram said, don't finish him, you bring him. You bring him to sanity and you bring him. So, of course, then Lakshman went and banged his bow and it shattered the hearts of all the ministers. Everybody was trembling, including Sugriva. Later on, Sugriva sent Tara and the friends, and then eventually he came and surrendered to Lakshman. Lakshman brought him. So Lord Rama teaches an important lesson. Sometimes people circumstantially may behave erratically, but that cannot be taken as the steady behavior. Steady behavior means normally how a person behaves. Say, for example, you had a friend, 10 years, 20 years, they behaved quite well. Occasionally, they behaved erratically with you. Either they terribly insulted you or they cheated you or something. You can take some lesson from that. At the same time, you can know that people's subconscious mind sometimes brings out some impurity, which they may not even know that they had it. So, in such a situation, circumstantial behavior. The circumstantial means in a particular situation, a person might have behaved in a certain way, but otherwise that is not his natural position. Like sometimes, for example, somebody steals some money or they did it why because the sister had to be married and she's 29 and they have found a match now and there is no money. Circumstantially, he becomes a thief. He thinks I'll steal this money, I will use the money for my sister's marriage, after that I put it back or things like that. They are not thieves, they are not born thieves. The circumstances force them to behave like that. Of course, this doesn't certify that they can do that. The point is, circumstantially, some people behave erratically. So Lord Ram said like that to Lakshman, and Lord Ram was forgiving. So now, in the previous verse also, one of the verses we heard that Kshama Rupam Tapasvinaha, the Brahmanas are supposed to be forgiving. Actually, Brahmanas are very intelligent. They can clearly know what is water, what is oil, what is right conduct, what is wrong conduct, what is temporary, what is permanent, what is to be done, what is not to be done, what is to be spoken, what shouldn't be spoken. Because the Brahmanas have such a clarity of wisdom, and therefore they can immediately spot out fault anywhere. But If a Brahmana is not a Vaishnava, then a Brahmana will have a sharp tongue. Extremely, you see. He had a sharp tongue also. He understood that this king has put a dead snake around the neck of my father, Samikrishi, which shows that the king has insulted my father. Not just my father. He has insulted Brahmanas as a class. So the Brahmanas are actually they are earthly gods. They deserve to be respected by all for the good of all. And even Supreme Lord respects Brahmanas. Rishabhadev says Brahmanas are better than me. Lord Kapi also says Brahmanas are the best. So after, how can the king insult my father? So because he has insulted the Brahmanas and in general and my father in specific, I would like to teach him a good lesson, which the world will remember for all time. Something like that. He cursed the king to die in 7 days. But later on, when his father, Samikrishi, called the son, and the son cried out to the father, saying that what he did. Father said, alas, alas, you have done a great service to the whole world. My son, you do not know how deadly is this mistake. He said, why the king shouldn't be killed? Here also the same point is coming. He says, my dear son, killing a king who is an emperor is more severely sinful than killing a Brahmana. See, killing a Brahmana is also severe because Brahma Hatya means the Brahmana is a knowledge giver. He's actually providing the knowledge of the Shastras on behalf of the Supreme Lord to the people in society. So that way the Brahmana is actually like a vehicle of wisdom that Lord has sent in this world for the welfare of the masses. Yeah, it's like in a dark room, if you have a lamp shining and giving light to everybody, you want to blow up the lamp. How foolish this. Then there will be scorpions and snakes, you will not know. You will not be able to see and you will be bitten by them. So the lamp is important. Lamp shouldn't be blown up. Similarly, Brahmana shouldn't be killed. But if a Brahmana is killed, maybe one Brahmana is killed, maybe some other Brahmana will be knowledge. But the king is very rare because the Kshatriya king coming in the Kshatriya lineage, especially a Radheshyam king, they are very rare. For you to know how rare a king is, I can tell you. When Swayambhava was ruling the world, he had 2 sons and 3 daughters. Priyavrat and Uttanapal, and then Devati Ahuti Prasuti, 25 children. So now Devati Ahuti Prasuti all got married and the dynasties went on. Now Priyavrat preferred to be a renunciate, while Uttanapal agreed to marry. So the king had no issues. Okay, one son is ready to marry, one son is a renunciate. So then Uttanapal picked up the kingdom, and then subsequently Dhruva came. Dhruva ruled out. So Dhruva had descendants. So if you see the Dhruva's descendants, it goes down. At one point of time, there was no descendant available to rule the world. And it was such a dire need for a leader and king that Swayambhava went to the forest and told the Gandhamadana Parvat, when Priyavrat was doing meditation, he went to tell my son, there is no one to rule the world now, no competent king to rule the entire world. See, you can understand, even a country like India to elect one prime minister as a king, sometimes the vote is like 60-40. It is so difficult to make one person the leader, even one country or one state also. What has become a worldly king where all the members of the world will agree one person to be the king? Not a very easy thing. So he has to be really competent and chivalrous and religious and subservient to the Brahmins and a man of character, man of experience, man of maturity, and who will be like a father for all the people. It's not a very easy thing. Very difficult to get a leader anywhere. Even in the ISKCON temples, they experience that. Actually, the masses come very easily. But the people who can lead a temple or even a preaching center, because that person should be multifaceted. He should be able to give a class, he should be able to collect praise points, he should be able to dissolve the quarrels between devotees. He should be able to hold the community together. and you should be able to take good care of the deities. And you should have spiritual qualifications, you should have managerial qualifications, you should have counseling and empathic listening qualifications, and you should have money bringing qualifications. So me and Gaurang Prabhu were once talking that, and when the leaders go up, you find something is lacking always. It's very difficult to get a leader who will be able to do everything. So, but if at all we have some leaders, they should be protected. The leaders, this one as David Maharaj used to say, the leaders are like bomber pilots. And bomber pilots are very important pilots because they know how to go to a place and bomb that place and come back. So they should be protected. So that's why with one bomber pilot, they send 10 planes. Nobody knows in which one the bomber is sitting. It may be second plane or eighth plane, fifth plane, nobody can say. So they go in a group. Because the enemy may not know which one to shoot. But suddenly the smart fellow will drop a bomb and drop. So in the same manner, Samik Rishi was telling that the king is a very important person because he institutes Varnashrama Dharma for the people and gives engagement for Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra to do the respective duties and offer the fruits to Lord Vishnu, by which immediately the minds will become pacified. See, our mind can become pacified if you do a duty according to psychophysical nature and offer the fruits to Vishnu. And once the mind is calm, then you can focus on spiritual life very nicely. That is one of the duties of every king. And the second, another duty of the king is to protect the weaklings, 5 weaklings, and the children, the women, the old men, and the cows and the Brahmins. And also the king should build temples and institute the spiritual culture, Brahminical culture all over the country. And the king also should keep the roots and peace under control, perfect control. He should fear the king. If somebody steals something, the king should be able to cut his hand. Or if somebody is molesting a woman, immediately he should be hanged. So the kings are very chivalrous and strong. So that way they protected the society. And also all round welfare and the food, clothing, shelter, planting the trees, making broad roads and arranging for water supply, everything should be done by the king. So king, the advantage of king is the king had a healthy possession of power, which means they had power and they didn't misuse the power. They were subservient to the Brahmins and they utilized their power to act on behalf of the Supreme Lord perfectly, as if the Lord himself was present in this world. That's how they keep the world going. So wherever there is a good leader also, a good leader, in whichever place a good leader is present, everything will be in order, things will be going very smoothly. People are satisfied, people are happy, people are hardworking, everybody is aligned with the will of the Lord. And therefore Prabhupada actually, Prabhupada used to have presidents' meetings in America also. Once he had 30-40 presidents coming together. And Prabhupada would give them the blueprint on how the temple should be done. And one of the first and foremost things to be done in the temple is the morning program. That everybody should assemble in the morning program. Amla and chanting, and Guru Puja and the Srimad Bhagavatam class. And Prabhupada would personally take the attendance book and check who has come, who hasn't come. So that is like the lifeline of the temple. And after that, spiritual commitment is made with the people. Then they get the right type of intelligence to act. Another very important aspect of the temple is the deity worship. The deity should be kept happy. If the deity department is functioning well, deities are happy. If the kitchen department is functioning well, devotees are happy. So the deity, the devotee, and the morning program, and Sankirtan. So we call it as a 4 P's, we call it: personal, and people, and projects, and preaching. These 4 P's should be paid attention. For example, personal means every individual should pay attention to sadhana. How is my sadhana? How is my health? How is my overall performance in spiritual life? We have to do performance appraisal every Ekadashi, Bhaktivinoda Thakur says. How am I doing in my spiritual life? That's personal. So the personal also appraisal can be done in three ways. We call it as a self-feedback, peer feedback, superior feedback. Based on that, we should see how I am performing. Then, people means we should actually make a list of names of people. Who are the people coming to the temple? Who can be connected? How to increase the inflow of devotees into the temple? For example, like in our Nagar extension center in Pune, people haven't come in so much. So we immediately started one food for soul, and food for life. Two things we started next to each other. So food for soul is the bookstall. The bookstall and the prasadam are in one stall only. The people who take this prasadam and packet, then they see the books also. They'll be eating and they will be. So when we started, a lot of boys, girls, and many people started thronging the temple after that. So they would see the books and then the books would be displayed. For students, we gave concession books. We gave. So many would take the books. Then we put on this kind of screen and started showing some purpose videos and everything. People would and we put benches for them to sit. Then they would sit, watch the video, pick up a book and go. And now the community has become triple that within 1 year. So in this way, increase the people inflowing to the temples. And also people who are coming, the database is taken and they put through some varieties of programs should be there. Different programs where they all get hooked, connected, children get connected, youth get connected, married people get connected, everybody gets connected to the temple. And the deities become the center of their lives. And if they cannot connect physically, they will connect online. And they should feel the connection to the temple. And in this way, the people should be increased. And then every person should be able to identify with a mentor who they very much fondly cherish their association. And then they feel the connection to the temple happens to a mentor, like that. So you have personal verification, how am I doing? Then you have the people with you. And actually for people to connect with the temple, they should hear philosophy. Philosophy gives them the blueprint in life, and they should have practical seva. Without practical seva, nobody will be connected, and they should be given some engagement. Seva engagement is very important. Just like the kings would institute Varnashrama, similarly people should be given some seva. Even a newcomer can be given service. This great Vaisheshika Prabhu in San Jose temple. I came to know that one Indian boy went there to the temple on a Sunday morning. And all the people, it was the MSF day. In MSF, Mantri Sankirtan Festival. Everybody was going. So the boy asked where we are going. They said we are going for distributing books. So they also took him. It was a Tamil boy, South Indian boy. He went and then they told him which book you like the most. He said, I like Upanishads because I am from South India, I read Upanishads. So they told him, okay, keep some 20 copies of Bishop Upanishad with you. And he just showed to the people. And he's going on the first day. He took the book, stood on the street, and showed the books. He sold dozens of Bishop Upanishads to the people because he had a lot of faith in Upanishads. So he could stop the walking people and show the book and teach the book to them. Later on, he became a serious devotee, and he said, on the very first day, I distributed 10 copies of Bishop Upanishad. So if we don't give such engagement to people, they come, they take darshan and they go away. They don't stick on. So in this way, the people who come, they should become owned by the deities. They are property of the deities who come here. In the spiritual world, Krishna has millions of devotees. So anybody who comes, it should be one-way traffic. They come and they cannot go out. They become a part of the community. So once they come, they get hooked to the community. That will only happen by two things. The knowledge and practical engagement. The knowledge comes from philosophical classes, which should be steadily going on. And then the practical engagement gives them a enlivening experience of some kind of success, accomplishment. They feel happy. And then they have a mentor to identify with and the peers to associate with. In this way, they become fixed up. So we have the personal sadhana and we have the people. Then based with those people, we should start multiple projects. Projects include Govindas is also one project. Sankirtan Buddhist is another project. Sankirtan Van is another project. starting youth centers in different places and other projects. And there are multiple projects possible. We can. So we start multiple projects which will become like mouthpieces to bring more people locally and then bring them to the main capital. So we have many projects like that. So then through those projects, preaching will happen. More preaching will happen. Reach out. So like in each college, we have a unit, small unit, which will contain just 2-3 devotees. And then they preach to the college and bring more people. Right now, that's also like preaching projects. So in this way, that is how the community, of devotees increases, and then everybody will be taken care of. So the king is leader of all the people, the whole society. You can imagine how much grave is his responsibility. So Sanakrishi told the Shringi, hey, my dear boy, you don't understand. With the king, if you cut the head of the king, you finish the king, then the praja will become unprotected by the thieves and rogues who will attack them, attack the praja, innocent public. They will be attacked by the rogues and thieves. They will loot the money, they will abuse the women, abuse the children, and they will create a disorder in society, and also all the varnashraman duties will be spoiled, and the men died, and the woman will become exploited by other men. So much atrocities will happen, and the people will become like dogs and monkeys, he said, because the monkeys are hyperactive, they are mischievous, and the dogs are lusty. So the people will lose their good qualities without the proper protection. And also when honorable duties don't happen in society, and people will misuse their time. In India, when the farmers lost their job, as soon as the tractors came, the bull was sent to the slaughterhouse. The bull was no more needed. Not only that, the farmers saw that the tractors do the work very fast, very fast. So then they became unemployed. They started playing cards. They started eating tobacco. They started making political parties in villages and fighting with one another and killing one another. Or they were pulling the hands of other men's wives. How it happened? Because of non-engagement. When people don't have engagement, see, a Brahmana, you don't have to give engagement to a Brahmana. Brahmana's mind is always engaged. He's constantly planning how to do good to the society. He's constantly thinking of the welfare of society. You put a Brahmana in the room, you don't need to do anything. He will always keep planning to do something good to the society. But conditioned souls are like monkeys. Their hands and legs and genitals are active always. They have to indulge in sex life, they have to exploit other people, killing them, beating them. So the conditioned soul should never be kept idle. They have to be immediately. Therefore, sometimes modern day society will see they solidly engage the fellows, correct? No? More engagement they give. So living relative cannot do anything. But ideally speaking, we should engage them in Krishna service. That's the most ideal thing. Varnashrama should be directed towards some siddha. Otherwise, what welfare can be that? Modern day industries are engaging people not in Haritosha. Modern day societies are engaging in money making. You make money, fill up your pocket and go for eat, drink, and be merry. It is just the opposite of Haritosha. So, although they are giving them engagement, but actually, Varnashram engagement should be given for serving the Supreme Lord. Pleasing. Lord is Hari is pleased, everyone is pleased. That's Krishna. So, Sanakrishi told Shringi that you have done a very great disservice to the whole world, my son. Now the king is going to die in 7 days. What will happen to the world? Where is protection? Where is administration? Where is welfare? Where is Varnashrama? Institution? Everything will be spoiled. So in this way, Sanakrishi chastised his son Shringi. Same manner, here Jamadagni is also chastising his son Parashuram. My dear son, killing a king who is an emperor is more severely sinful than killing a Brahmana. But now, if you become Krishna conscious and worship the holy places, you can atone for this page. That's the second part. Okay, one shouldn't kill a king, but if somebody has done it, then what? Shastras say that Gurunam Chalagunam Cha Guruni Chalagunicha Prayaschittani Papanam Yatkotani Maharshi. That was in the sixth canto, Vishnu Buddha is saying. In this world, if you do a small sin, there is a small expiation. If you do a big sin, then there has to be a big expiation. Expiation means prashchita. Now, smaller, like for example, somebody did a small sin, he gets a wound in the knee. Somebody did a bigger sin, in the next life he will fracture his leg. Somebody did a terrible sin, next life he will die in an accident. You see that. That means, the effects of the sin also, like if you put a small stone in a pond, it just produces ripples. You put a little bigger stone, it produces some waves. You put a football like huge stone into the water, that produces huge tides. So the effect of sin also comes accordingly. So if one is not a devotee, one is doing karma, jnana, yoga, and they have different types of expiation methods to be adopted. But in devotional service, one has to only perform devotional service to, one has to constantly chant the holy name, one has to serve the devotees, one has to engage in Krishna service intensely. There's no other way for a devotee. That's the only thing a devotee has to do. Because ultimately, the sins will be washed away by Krishna only. Aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshishyami karmani nirdahati kintaja bhakti bhadam govindamadi purusham karma mujami. Brahma says that. So now, here Prabhupada says, instead of instead of practicing devotional service directly, he is being advised to go to holy places. Now you will find retired people also in India going for Char Dham Yatra, they call it. They go to 4 main holy places like Puri, Puri, Rameshwaram, Badrinath, Dwaraka, like that. They go to places. In 4 places they go like that. Now why the Char Dham Yatra is kept? If you tell an old man who is retired, 60-year-old man, you don't have to roam around here and there. Come to the local ISKCON temple, sit down and hear Bhagavatam every day morning. Will you hear? People cannot sit 1 minute. Even retired people, I am telling you, because all his life he has been running around. Bhagavad, and here and there and here and there and there. One man came to a temple saying that he wanted to become a Vanaprastha. Told him, most welcome. I told him, stay for a week and see. Second day, he was not there. And after 3 months, he came. I asked him, where are you gone? He said, Swamiji, what to do? So many social obligations. Somebody's marriage, somebody's birthday party, somebody's this, somebody's that family. I get so many calls. All relatives are pulling me here and there. One day, he couldn't stay in the temple. So, if you have lived in society and you have a nature to socialize with people, you are gone, because modern day you have WhatsApp and you have this Facebook and Twitter and all these things. They will swallow your life completely. Whole life will go away. You will die with a smartphone one day, and you will not know where are you going. You have to go to smartphone world only. You have to go. The next life, the smartphone has made a fool out of people. If you see, so actually socializing appears to be very titillating, but intelligent people will not increase the number of people in the phone. In WhatsApp number, if you keep on increasing day after day, month after month, number of numbers in your phone, but the number of hours is only 24. Is it increasing? And that is it, you feel stress. Because the number of people becomes more and the number of hours is the same. You get squeezed out completely. So actually, it was not like this before. 2 decades ago, people lived in villages very peacefully, and they were not connected to even the neighborhood village most often. Everybody was in their own small village. You take care of a cow, bull, you plow the field, you help your crops and vegetables coming, and you worship the Lord in the local temple. Attend Ramayana, Mahabharata, and classes and everything, and live peacefully. And people were very closely knit community. One girl in the village gets married, the whole village will know. One boy got a job, the whole village will know it. But now, so when there's a close-knit community, people actually took care of each other very well. And they also had a temple, and father, mother, grandfather, everybody lived together in a joint family, like 50, 60 people in one family. But now there is no more the situation, the joint families are dismantled now. Now there is a global village, they call it. The whole world is shrunk by communication systems and social media. So it's a very dangerous situation because human ability is limited and we are trying to connect with thousands of people all over the world. And connecting to nook and corner of the world, people are flying from one country to another, back and forth. You will see all over the world. Of course, Prabhupada flew, all over the world for preaching and expanding Krishna consciousness. But otherwise, socializing, mundane socializing is condemned there because that diverts you from the spiritual goal. So, therefore, what is the previous point before this I was making? Before the socializing point? Vanaprastha is correct. Actually, Vanaprastha is the third stage of life after Grihastha. One is supposed to actually, it's called as Ugra Shanti, we call it. Ugra Shanti and Kranti. Two words are used in the Vedas. Ugra Shanti means from 25 to 60, your life is Ugra. Because bored on the chariot, run, walk. Not only you, along with wife also. Take wife also, husband and wife both are running. And wife has to take care of the children, prepare them, bathe them, dress them, put uniform, and pack the tiffin box and send them to the school. Husband has to work in the company. He has to fight with colleagues and get promotion and make the money and bring it to home, bring grocery, pay back EMI for the house. And wife is saying, can you get a bigger job to get you more money? Both are in Ugra situation. Husband and wife, you will see that. But 60 years means Ugra Shanti. Because children are grown up now. They take responsibility. And then Kranti means revolution is all the revolution, spiritual revolution should start. Therefore, they have a marriage at the age of 60 in India. My eldest sister recently got this thing, 60 years. So in that marriage, I read at that time scriptures and found out that when I told her that this marriage is for what? Putting a full stop to material life and starting spiritual life very seriously. Of course, before also they were spiritual minded, but the point is now you take spiritual life wholeheartedly, with no other diversion or distraction. That kind of thing. That is actually called Kranti, revolution in their life. Earlier, husband and wife were living for sun gratification. Now they are living only for Krishna consciousness, fully, like that. So, but what I was saying was that, it's the duty of the king to provide a platform for all the people to become Krishna conscious and go back to body. So the kings are supposed to do it, but now kings are irresponsible. So ISKCON is trying to do the same. ISKCON society on the order of Prabhupada is trying to do the same. So we have to become Krishna conscious. We have to. Then by becoming wholeheartedly Krishna conscious, then our sinful actions can be vanquished. See, Prabhupada says one should fully surrender. He says, see the word fully. From the very day or moment, he fully surrenders to Sri Krishna. Even the most simple person is free, he said. What is that fully surrender? Which means, Krishna consciousness is moment after moment consciousness. Krishna consciousness is not an occasional effort. It's a moment after moment. Such a devotee has no other business other than Krishna consciousness. Even his sleeping is Krishna conscious. Because why does he sleep? He wants to make the body and machine fit for serving Krishna next day morning. Why does he eat? He doesn't eat for taste. He eats to keep the body going. Something you have to put, whether it is khichdi or whether it is. And he doesn't even notice what is the prasad today. He thinks that put something in this body and machine so that body and machine is functional. And again, because eating is done for getting energy. Energy means for the definition in science energy, capacity to do work. Not that after eating you lie down. And after eating when he was lying down, one didn't get energy, one got de-energy. That means one has done overeating. Correct? Huh? So a devotee never overeat because he knows that I am only eating to get energy to serve. Because if you overeat and sleep in the Bhagavatam class, or you are sleeping silently. So I should eat moderate amount. So that means eating sleeping has to be done very carefully. Similarly, if devotee has no mating unless you have to beget children and raise them in Krishna consciousness. So otherwise there are many grihasthas nowadays, they argue that, and how can you be so rigid, so strict? If you say like this, nobody will become devotee and things like that. Okay, you compromise on this and still you lose the taste in Krishna consciousness. If one becomes inclined to mating, then you lose that vigor, that missionary spirit, you lose it. Okay, then you compromise on that in the name of being realistic, pragmatic. Okay, you are pragmatic and you become good for nothing. And that is what we are seeing now in society. So, in this way, when one is, and then you will hardly have to defend. The more you become Krishna conscious, you will see that, you are practicing spiritual life and preaching. And of course, when you confront the public and society, there may be some need to defend our society. Like somebody is they are putting the case on brainwashing case, and you will have to defend our society. But that is occasional. In general, you will find that devotees are actually entering into the society, meeting all classes of people and reading Prabhupada's books and making them members and bringing them. And devotees are very progressive. And if anybody tries to attack the moment, they will defend the moment. So this way, the eating, sleeping, mating even has to be purified. And gradually, one will come to that whole fully surrender purpose. What is that fully surrender? Lord Krishna tells to Uddhava. Tavat karmani kurvita dhanir vidyeta yavata makata shravanadava shraddhaya vannajayate. Uddhava, in this world, any man should perform varnashrama duties and offer the fruits to me until he has become purified to such a point that every moment he is hearing about me, chanting about me, discussing about me, ecstatically propagating my glories. And one moment he cannot be separated from me. In that stage, he comes to Bhagavad Gita, which means then at that time he can only do hearing and chanting, he says. Hearing, chanting, preaching. He has no other business. He doesn't have to worry about Varnashrama. He says, one transcends Varnashrama at that stage, he says. So then one fully surrenders. Such a person's activities are all burned away. The communications are burned away. Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Mukherjee Prabhu will comments. Thank you very much.
I remember one class a long time ago that when Sannyasi gave and made a very good point that I never forgot. He said, when anything happens that you don't like, don't retaliate. But material conditioning means somebody says something that immediately say something bad, or do something bad, but don't retaliate. Some of the trusted was there with them.
Thank you. Yeah.